Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPL Elma and today I'm going to be going through my Game Week 9 team selection. But before we get into that, I'd like to thank you all guys for the continued support on the channel. And I haven't posted in the past 2 weeks, been posting some shots here and there. So make sure you go check those shots out. It really helps out the channel. But before we get into the video for today, if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe. And if you enjoy the content, make sure you leave a like. It really helps out the channel. And so without wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So for game week 8, I used my wildcard chip. The other team was, I was not feeling the other team. The United players performing poorly, tough fixtures for Man City. So I think change was needed to bring in the likes of Madison, Son, Salah, who did not disappoint apart from Son, who disappointed a little bit. So let's go through the team. Managed to score 57 points, my overall points 171, and a small green arrow from 1.2 million to 1.1 million. So we had Matana in goal, clean sheet, playing Mitchell, the ideal scenario I mentioned in the video. A nil-nil is all it's needed, and that's all we got. So Tana, Mitchell, 6 points, good trade off there. Then Badan Ban, 1 point, disappointing, but it's there for the long run, not for the short term. Then you had Udogi there, clean sheet, 6 points, disappointing display from Spurs. Cash, 2 points, disappointing display from him as well. Then you had Madison, who got an assist. Son managed to produce a blank, but managed to get the clean sheet point, hence 6 points. Then you had Diaby, who was subbed off early maybe because of his injury. So after for game week 9, he'll be able to be fit and play a longer period. Then you had Salah with 15 points, 2 goals, 3 bonus points. Disappointed that I did not captain him, but I was always going to captain Son ahead of Salah. But I think Salah was the better captain choice. So from now on, never backing the early kickoff ever again, even if it's Haaland against Sheffield United or Luton. Never backing the early kickoff again. Then you had Watkins, managed to get his customary assist. Almost had a goal in the last minute, hit the post, but will take an assist. Then you had Haaland there, 2 points, disappointing so far, disappointing month. I think I don't know if he has scored in the Premier League this month, so Robert can be able to perform the following game weeks. Then Ariola 1, Archer 2 there, Taylor and Gordon not play. Of course, Gordon was suspended but was in the team nevertheless. So that's the team, 57 points. Hope that for game week 9 we can be able to improve on that. So let's look at game week 9. So for game week 9, we're looking at one transfer. I'm not so sure if I'm going to do the transfer because I don't see any point of doing it apart from just meeting the price rises of some players. So that transfer I'm thinking of is Mitchell to Simikas. Of course, I just had the news of Robertson, who dislocated his injury. I dislocated his shoulder for Scotland, so he might be out for, and I think until next year or something like that. I think 10 weeks, something like that. So it might be the time to bring in Simikas into the team just to have that cheap Liverpool defensive cover at 4.4 million. At first, I thought it was a little bit expensive because he didn't play much last season, so it was still going to maintain the 4 million price. But 4.4 is also very decent. And Mitchell has a tough run of fixtures against Newcastle and Spurs in their next two. And if you look at Simikas, Everton, Nottingham, Luton, Brentford, I'd comfortably say that Liverpool are going to keep more clean sheets than Crystal Palace. And when Simikas has been playing, he's on set pieces from time to time. I think the same set pieces Robertson takes, Simikas takes them. That's an attacking returns threat as well. So that's something to look out for, and it's something I'm thinking of doing, but we'll wait and see before the deadline. So now let's look at how we're going to be lining up. So for game week 9, in goal you're going to be having Matt Turner against Luton. Now Matt Turner has just become the cheapest beast to have in your FPL, and I'm going to be having him against Luton. Or for clean sheet, save points and bonus points, maybe a penalty save for Morris. That will be go down the treat. So I hope that we can be able to get that. Then you have Matty Cash against West Ham. Not an easy fixture, but Aston Villa at home. They've been playing really well. And so you never know what might happen. Just hope for an attacking return, and I hope maybe a clean sheet in there. Then you have for Udogi against Fulham. He's been playing really well. He looked really sharp against England, but unfortunately they lost. But he looked really, really sharp. Maybe he can be able to carry that form into this fixture against Fulham and bring the goods and the attacking returns. And then the last player completing the defense is going to be Dan Burn against Crystal Palace. Just hope for a clean sheet, maybe to score a header as he did against PSG. You can be able to bring that into the FPL side of things. It will be a great pleasure to have those points. That's the defense. Let's move on to the midfielders. So for the midfielder, we're going to be having Gordon. I think he's going to be starting since he missed the last match. He's had a lot of rest, I think 3 weeks or something like that. So I think he's going to be starting, and of course with the injury of Harvey Barnes, Gordon might be the only fit left wing for Newcastle, but you've seen Joe Linton play there from time to time. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think Gordon will be able to start. How we can be able to repay us for bringing in last game week with some attacking returns for this game week. And then you have Madison and Son. Also, they can be able to perform better than they did against was it Sheffield? Was in Luton last weekend. Either of them. I'm not so sure it was. So I hope that can be able to perform better than that. Then you have Diaby and against West Ham. West Ham have been good defensively, so I hope that Diaby and Co can be able to break down that defense and bring some goals here as well. And then you have Mohamed Salah completing the team. Unfortunately, Salah has the early kickoff, so it's going to be very difficult to be captaining him. But it's a good shout for captaincy this week against Everton. You know, Liverpool always turn up against Everton. I think they're at home as well, so I think it's going to be a very good display from Liverpool. I think they're going to have the win, and of course, Salah is going to be instrumental in that. So that's something to look out for who's going to be captain. Make sure you check out my captaincy picks shots, which I'm going to be posting soon. So make sure you check that out. And then to finish off the team, we're going to be looking at the forwards. We're going to be having Watkins against West Ham, so that can be able to score some goals. And if not, maybe those assist in as well. And of course, a cheeky penalty will go down a treat as well. Then we have captain of this game, which is going to be Haaland against Brighton. Brighton have been conceding a lot, and Man City have yet to flex their muscles in scoring a lot of goals. Maybe this might be the fixture against a Brighton team that concede a lot. Maybe Haaland will be a time to shine. He went international break, scored a brace against Cyprus. Maybe now he's gotten his mojo back, his aura back, and hope that against Brighton he'll be able to perform. One thing I noticed about the team is that everyone is going to be playing at home as well. So maybe that's a sign of good luck. I don't think I've ever had a starting 11 playing, all of them playing at home. So I'd expect some good returns this week. Have to wait and see. Then the bench, Ariola there against Aston Villa. Then you have Archer against United, Taylor against Brentford, and Mitchell, who might not be there, might be there still against Newcastle, but might be on the bench. I think when they bring in Tsimikas, he's going to maybe come in for Matikash there. But I think for now, this is how the team is going to be looking like. Let me know in the comments how your team is going to be looking like, who you're going to be captaining, and you're able to reach this far in the video. Make sure you leave a like and also post notifications on, as next week we'll be going through the UEFA fantasy stuff, and you don't want to miss out on that. And with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.